The year is 1984. I was supposed to actually shoot Orwell's 1984, believe it or not. And instead I ended up shooting Revenge of the Stolen Stars. We're watching a scene from Revenge of the Stolen Stars. And the interesting thing about this scene is it was shot in 4 different places. This, for example, was shot in Mexico. The scene with Klaus Kinski. When they're listening downstairs, it was shot in near Universal Pictures. And when the others are listening, it was shot in Malibu. But when they get into the house, it was shot in the Philippines. So you go from the Philippines to Malibu, to Universal City, to Mexico, and it's all one location. And I didn't want to work with Klaus Kinski because he had such a bad reputation, and I didn't want to have to put up with somebody crazy on the set like him. But then his agent said, don't worry, he has completely changed, he has mellowed, he's a different person. And I didn't trust that, so I said, well, let me meet him. And I met him at the Chateau Marmont, a hotel on the Sunset Strip. And he was so nice and so sweet and so gentle. And I said, wow, maybe he has changed. And so we started shooting with him in Mexico. This scene, the chess scene, was the first scene. And he immediately, when we were about to do the first take, he showed his other side. I mean, like instantly. And he said, oh my God, he said, what's this light doing? I can't do this. The light. I said, well, what light? Lots of lights here. I mean, we can't do this without lights. Yeah, he said, no, I can't take it. You got to take off this light. So we took off this light. And he said, oh, this light over there. Oh my God, no, I can't take it. I said, well, in the end, you're gonna be in the dark. He said, I don't care. I can't take it. Can't open my eyes. I said, but Klaus, you made 150 pictures. And, this is nothing. We work with a few lights. I mean, you must have, oh, no. He said, take off all the lights. So we ended up shooting with a few inkies, they're called, like lights like this that were just very pointed. And we made sure they didn't hit him too much in the face. And that took about, 4 or 5 hours to do the relighting and everything. So we're getting ready to do the first take then finally. And he says, the boom man holds the boom like pretty close to him like this maybe to get a good sound. And he says, oh my God, what's this? And I said, Klaus, come on, it's the boom. I mean, haven't you seen this before? It's a boom to get you. Oh, no, it has to go. I can't have it here. And so I went to the sound guy and said, what else can we do? He said, well, I can put a little mic near the chair, so it's kind of invisible there. And so it took a while, and then he had this little mic that he put under the chair. And so we're getting ready to shoot, and wouldn't you know it, Klaus hit the chair always with his arm, and the soundman went like, oh my God. I said, stop. I said, Klaus, what are you doing? The mic is there. Well, then put it somewhere else, he said. I said, well, so it went on and on like this with him. And I knew then already that we were in big trouble. After the first take, which we finally got the first take, we needed to shoot this from another angle. And I said to him, okay, Klaus, you have to sit down there again in the chair, and then the camera's taking you from a different angle now. Oh, he said, I don't want to sit down there again. I said, well, you have to. This is continuity. We have to get you from another angle. I mean, come on. He said, no, I can't sit down in this chair. I want to walk. I said, but you can't walk. We're doing the same scene again, different angle. You have to sit where you sat before. I can't do it. I have to walk. So I went to my assistant. I said, I'm about to lose my mind. What am I going to do with him? And she said, well, you just have to reason with him. I said, I'm tired of it. I don't want to talk to him anymore. And then I said, I have an idea. We'll make him a ghost. And as a ghost, he can be wherever he wants to be. There's no continuity, no nothing, because ghosts don't have continuity. So I went to him and said, okay, Klaus, we found the solution. You're going to be a ghost. A ghost, he said. I said, yeah. Because as a ghost, you can do whatever you want. There's no continuity, no nothing. So he looked at me and says, oh my God, you're a fucking genius. And then he said to me, oh, you're the only director, I'll ever work with. And I'll tell all the producers, from now on, it's only Ulli Lommel I'm going to work with. And I said, yeah, right. And so we kept shooting then, but it was a total nightmare. And towards the end of the day, we shot already maybe like 12, 13 hours. He comes to me and says, I'm feeling really good now. I said, well, that's fine, Klaus. I saw, though, that he finished one bottle after the other of whiskey and champagne and vodka and cognac. And these were all like real props, I mean, there was real cognac in there, real whiskey. And he was getting awfully drunk. And so I finally said to everybody, okay, let's call it a day. We're going to go home and we're going to continue tomorrow. What? He said, I can't stop right now. I need to continue. I'm just beginning to feel it. I said, Klaus, been working for 15 hours now. Everybody wants to go home. No. I need to continue. I can't go home tomorrow. You can't have me tomorrow. Tonight. I want to shoot tonight. So I went to everybody and I said, look, maybe we should just get it over with. We'll shoot all the scenes with him until he's done. And then we never have to put up with him again. And then we'll take off tomorrow and if necessary the next day too, because we had him for 3 days. And so everybody said, okay, we'll do that. So we kept on shooting and shooting and shooting. He got more and more drunk and drunk and drunk. Less and less continuity. He did whatever he wanted to do. No more lines that were discussed. He invented his own stuff. It was impossible to edit in the end. It was just a total nightmare. And I think after about almost 30 hours of non-stop shooting with him, he just dropped dead. And that was it. We still had a couple of scenes to shoot, which I didn't shoot. And everybody was also kind of exhausted. And so they carried him back to the hotel. And I was really glad that it was over because he was such a pain in the ass. And then we took 2 days off. And on the second day off, I was at the beach in Mexico, and he came to me and said, I just want to tell you, it was really great working with you. And you have so much imagination. And I said, well, thanks, Klaus. That's very kind of you.